Hello everyone, welcome back to another Team Malik YouTube video. Today we're going to be answering your questions. Team Malik, loving your videos. My question is, unless you're in the top 10, how do you make a living from squash? Considering a lot of the events are global, does the PSA give you travel allowance or do you have to defend for yourself? Good luck and keep going.
Yeah, so if you're not inside the top 10 in PSA, it can be tough financially because unfortunately you have to pay for all your flights by yourself and you have to normally book accommodation outside of the hotel bonus. A hotel bonus means you'll get the tournament provided for you a day before your first round and 2 nights after you lose. Other than that, all costs are done yourself, so food, transport, bit of accommodation, like Ubers, taxis, public transport you have to do yourself. We have to make extra money. You can play European leagues or leagues within your own country, so that's a nice way to earn a little bit of money. And we also have to do some coaching. So me and my siblings, we all coach every day of the week when we're at home to help pay for our tournaments and our flights. We have a couple of very small sponsors, but nothing that allows us to book the nice parts of the flight, like your first class and business class. And we normally have to find billets to stay with at events. And yeah, unfortunately, PSA doesn't really help with any of the financial thing. That's not really what they do. We just have to do that ourselves. And yeah, it can be very expensive throughout the year because if you're playing 15 to 16 events, then you're paying 15 to 16 flights there and back, especially if you're traveling to Asia or America. It gets very expensive. So if you guys know any sponsors out there, hit Team Malik up and let us know.
Question number 2, my Q&A question is, who inspires you? There's poo on the floor. Poo.
Sorry, carry on.
Who inspires you to keep playing squash every day?
Great question. It's quite a simple answer for me. I find inspiration for a lot of things, but for me, my youngest brother, Sumner, who passed away, he inspires me the most. He trained really hard and pushed himself really hard, even when he was really ill. And he's the one person that inspires me the most to train really hard every day and put my maximum into everything, because we've got everything here. We're fully healthy, we're fit, we've got a good life, and without his strength and stuff, you can't really push that hard. So yeah, he's my inspiration.
Question 3, what is your workout program for the season? How do you structure workouts, i.e. gym, plyometrics, throughout the season?
Yeah, so in the off season, we tend to do 2 to 3 strength sessions a week. That involves weights and plyometrics. And then in this season, we do 2 probably strength sessions a week with plyometrics. It's a bit more on-court speed-based stuff, just to make sure you're sharp for your tournaments and your matches and not over-fatiguing your system when you go into tournaments. I think that's one of the key things. And then when you got a few weeks between tournaments, that's when you can build back up again and do a little bit more of the weight stuff. And yeah, big shout out to our
new movement guy, Stable Body Squash. Go follow his Instagram. I'll plug it there. He's a legend. Question 4. What aspect of the game is overlooked by the amateur player? Is there anything specifically you can think you can give a club player an edge? Also, you all seem to play the same racket brand. Who gets to pick your sponsorship deal? We all get to decide as a family. Lucky enough, Tecnifibre has a lot of rackets to choose from. So yeah, no, we all were able to demo the rackets and try them out, and luckily we'll all be able to find one that we all wanted. So yeah, we choose as a family.
Yeah, so I think amateurs could have a much better training structure to their plan. I think too many amateurs just go on court, play too many games with the same kind of people over and over again, and never really improve on the things they need to. So having a good solo plan or a little strength gym plan, a lot of ghosting work, I think that can go a long way in helping you improve and actually reaching another level. So yeah, ghosting, solos, good strength plan, and just mix up your training a little bit so it's a bit more structured.
Question 6. Are you friends with other players on the PSA? Can hold it.
I'd say friends is the wrong word, personally, because they're all your colleagues, aren't they? And you're always competing against them and you want to beat them. At the end of the day, when you're on court with them, there's no feelings there and you want to be on there and win. You can't let friendship get in the way. Obviously, I have friends off the court, but there's no one that's ever so close as like us, as like family. So yeah, friends, I wouldn't say friends is the right word, but obviously you do have personal connections, but yeah.
Question number 7. What's your go-to pre-match meal and or snack?
Whatever I can get my hands on. No, I'm joking. But the thing is, when you're in different countries, your pre-match meal, snacks, everything changes. But when you're at home, and I have tournaments at home, I'd say just a simple carb and protein meal. Like I make my protein smoothie and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a bit more difficult when you're away for tournaments in other countries.
Question number 8. What is your best advice for juniors?
I'd say make sure you're getting on court as much as you can and enjoying it. If there's anyone like when at your club, if there's a lot of players around, just don't be afraid to ask for hits. Another good thing is to try and watch as much squash as you can. Like on YouTube, there's so many videos. You can watch like the PSA matches that are happening. Just watch as much as you can. Try and go to matches that are local to you, watch them. And just constantly ask people around you at your club that like have the knowledge, and just try and learn as much as you can.
Okay, next question. What would you be doing if you weren't playing squash professionally?
So I know for a fact that if I wasn't a professional squash player, I'd definitely be something to do with another sport. So, you know, as a kid, I played quite a few other sports like tennis, rugby, football, cricket. So definitely I would have tried to have been a professional in another sport for sure.
Next question says, do you guys do any sort of mental training?
Yeah, so we so for mental training, we most likely would do like visualization. It's a great way to, you know, great for pre-matches, and you know, just get your mind in a good state, ready to compete. Also, speak to a psychologist, which can be helpful, just to learn some extra tools that can, you know, get your mind into a good state before playing tournaments. Because, you know, when you're traveling quite a long way, it can become become very stressful, and you just need to basically narrow it down as little as you can so that you don't worry about the externals. You just focus on the things that matter, like playing good quality squash and, you know, trying to enjoy, you know, the process of being a professional sportsman.
At the end of the day, us squash players live we think, a privileged lifestyle, the fact that we get to travel around the world a lot. So it's just trying to take about that pressure off of yourself rather than put it on yourself. So all that comes down to the mindset and the psychological side. Next question, why don't you guys get coaching from Mohammed El-Shabagi?
So, as many of you may know, Mohammed El-Shabagi is still heavily involved on the PSA squash tour, and he's still in the top 10 competing with the top guys. So he's not really in a position to coach. I reckon if he, you know, when he retires, he would be someone very good for us to look at as maybe like a mentor, or maybe even a coach to, you know, give us some insight into how he, you know, got so successful in his career. So yeah, that would be a good choice. The father of the family for me is a legend. Literally, he is the man who created his own team. Could you tell us more information about your father and the family in general, if possible?
Lots of people have actually said, am I from the Middle East, and Turkish, Cypriot, even Spanish, but unfortunately none of those. My father was from Pakistan and my mum was English, and that's why I've got that sort of Middle East look, but that's the makeup.
So that's the end of the YouTube Q&A video. If you're wondering why I'm in a different location, it's because we filmed the last part of the video but the sound didn't work, which is quite annoying. So thanks to everyone who put in a question and asked us what they wanted to know. Hopefully you enjoyed the answers we gave. Sorry we didn't get around to answering all the questions, but hopefully in the future we can do another one of these, maybe even a live Q&A where we can answer more of your questions. So yeah, if you like the video, give it a like, leave a subscription. Yeah, all this helps towards producing better videos like this from us. And so yeah, I'm in San Francisco right now, got the gold event this week. So yeah, wish me luck, and then I'll give you an update soon. Cheers. Tori, wait. Tori, wait.
What?
What do I need to do?
Oh yeah, subscribe.